All right. We are live. And let me move my little screens. Lord, how many fucking screens did I have up? Okay. Well, hello. Hello. Hold on, let me send it to my group. I'm doing well. How about y'all? Did y'all have y'all had a happy and great week so far? This week is going by really fucking fast for me. Really fucking fast. Faster than what I would have thought. All right. Hello. I already had quite a few people to call me. I'm like, I'm logging on. Give me a minute. I'm like, call. It sure has the year. The year is flying by because next week is fucking September. Layla's in heat and shit. I don't want nobody fucking with her. All right. You hope the calls are good. They always good. Listen, they always good. They always good. And I'm always here for it. My hair looks gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you. These are invisible K-tips because I was saying wrong. See? They invisible K-tips. All right. So thank you guys for coming to Thursday Talk, episode 5. Welcome. Thank y'all. And we made it. I'm really surprised that you be well, you can, okay? Or you can at least text. If you call and I'm on the call, you can just text and I will call you. So we made it, episode 5. And before I talk about anything tonight, I really want to say thank you guys again. When I first started Thursday Talk, I wanted to create a space where we can have conversations about real life without pretending. And not everything needs to be polished. Not everything needs to be spiritual, because sometimes it's not. And most things, a lot of us, we put ourselves in, they're spiritualized. So sometimes we just need to sit down and, okay, and say, what the hell is going on? And so you're watching and you're sharing and you're commenting, because I love you commenting, and you're sending, the episodes to y'all people. Y'all are sharing it. Thank y'all so much. And you're coming back. And some of you have been brave enough to pick up that phone and let us have a piece into your life, because this is not the whole thing. This is just a moment. So thank you, because Thursday Talk doesn't exist without people willing to have a conversation. And I especially want to thank every person who's trusted me enough to call in. You don't owe strangers your vulnerability. You absolutely do not. And you don't owe anybody your story. So when someone chooses to share something they're actually living through, I really respect it. And I hope everybody listening respects it too. Because we can laugh, and we're going to laugh, because we do love to laugh. And we're going to disagree, and we're going to have opinions, and those are okay. But we're not here to tear people apart. We're here to have real conversations about real fucking situations and what's happening to real people. And I've been so blessed to be able to do that. All right. And that's Thursday Talk. And before I get started, I also want to thank everybody who's been supporting Thursday Talk financially. Thank you for your donations, whether it's $5, $10, $15, $1.99, $20, $50, like $100, whatever you've given. I really appreciate it, because people sometimes forget that independent content isn't free to produce just because it's free to watch. So there's a platform, there's equipment, there's phone services, there's software, there's time, there's preparation, all of the little things behind the scene that make it possible for me to sit here every Thursday and bring this show to you. So if Thursday Talk helped you, if something I said made you think, great. If one of these callers helped you recognize something happening in your own life, great. Or you simply want to be a help in continuing building this platform, you are always welcome to donate. And please understand, you don't have to donate anything to participate. Okay. So if you don't have it, baby, keep your money. Come on in here, participate, share the live, hit the like button, subscribe, and tell somebody about Thursday Talk, because sharing is support too. But for those of you who did come and you do choose to sow into what I'm building, I genuinely thank you. So now we are officially at episode 5. Because y'all are watching, y'all are coming, and y'all are sitting here answering my questions like I'm directly talking to you. Some of you probably, are arguing with the TV. No, Duchess, you need to leave him. Okay, and then why haven't you called me? My number is 469-583-9411. Tonight, the lines are now open. Relationship, marriages, dating, family, spiritual, breakups, boundaries, life transitions, something you can't even fucking figure out. Call me. And if we can't get to you tonight, call and get yourself on the Thursday Talk wait list, because there is a wait list too. And you can also remain anonymous. I don't need your government name. I don't need to know where you work unless you want to tell me, because around here, we're not interested in pretending that life is perfect. We are interested in speaking, in me asking questions. What happened? How did you get here? What part did you play? So that's what we're going to do now. All right. Uh-oh, somebody hung up. Hold on. And don't be nervous. I'm just a human. And so the fuck are you? And my dog is in heat. Layla's in heat. And she be actually mean. So here is the number. 469-583-9411. It is open. Please keep in mind, like I said, please keep in mind that you don't have to give your real name. Yeah, she's in heat, and they trying to get to her, and she don't want nobody fucking with her. And I ain't mad. So don't be afraid to call me because you watch Thursday Talk. Y'all know who I am. Shit. Hey, baby. So it's okay. So y'all can call. It's official. It's official. And also, too, just to talk about this, too, you're your own framework. So be your framework. I don't know do y'all want me to call the people who had already called up here? Oh, okay. Somebody called me. Hello, baby. This is Duchess with Thursday Talk. Who am I speaking to?
Jessica.
Hi, Jessica. You just gonna tell me your government name. All right. Where are you calling from, Jessica?
Indiana.
Jessica from Indiana. All right. How can I help you tonight?
Well, I just had an epiphany a little while ago that we're moving into a new house tomorrow. We close.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. And right now, my house is a mess, even prior to like the move or whatever. But it's just been so cluttered. And I really haven't had a space for me, a space to do like work. And like now I feel like things are opening up, like the air feel different in the house. I don't know, I'm just excited. I'm excited for a new journey, but I want to get on a path and stay on the correct path. And I feel like this move is really going to help. Because I had talked to you about this before, but my son had committed suicide in the garage here.
Mm.
And
I think that was a long time ago. It's been a minute. Yeah, I remember that. I'm sorry.
I know, that's right. And when we cleaned out his room, like cleaned it out completely, it was like the air in the house it smelled different. It felt different. It was like lighter and airy. My husband was just like down all the time. Now he is super excited. And I'm just excited for the journey, but I want to stay on my path. Like I got all of your notes and notebooks full of your notes that I have sat and listened to over and over again. But I haven't been able to put it into play because I just was feeling so overwhelmed. But I'm excited. There's so many things that I want to do. I know that was a lot.
Well, you don't have to say it's a lot. That's what we here for. So what's your question tonight? Or what is it that you want me to address with you specifically now?
How to stay on track. Like I'll be looking at you and you do so many things. You're like an Energizer Bunny times 10. And I just be wondering, where do you get all this energy from to do readings and be a wife and take care of a house and run several businesses? Like, how do you compartmentalize all of that and stay on task and work at the same time?
Let me say this. I don't fucking know half the time. I have to write everything down. Like I'm a big note taker and I have to document everything so that I won't forget. And then I have to put everything on a schedule and I have to commit.
I'm sorry, that's my badass dog.
It's okay. I got 3 of them in here with me. So I want to address something before we even talk about productivity, because that's what we're talking about, right? You've been living in a house somewhere where it's been incredibly painful. Something happened to your family and you're preparing to leave that space and you're closing on a new home tomorrow and you're describing what you feel like you can finally breathe again. So I don't want you looking at me and saying Duchess can do all these things. Why haven't I been able to do them? I don't want you to compare my capacity in this season to your capacity in this season when you're overwhelmed. I'm not overwhelmed, right? So I'm able to write stuff down. You're in this temporary season, so it's going to require a temporary routine. So, and you said something important too. You said you have notebooks full of my teachings and you listen, you've taken notes and you know things, but you haven't been able to put them into practice. Baby, I don't think your problem is that you need more information. You got to learn implementation. And that's what I want you to concentrate on in your new home. Because the Energizer Bunny, the bunny part, and as far as me doing a million things, baby, first of all, don't let the internet fool you. I have 24 hours just like everybody else. And I don't wake up every morning equally motivated. I don't have this unlimited energy and I don't accomplish everything I want to accomplish every single day. But what I have learned is structure. I learned to compartmentalize because everything doesn't get access to me at the same time. When I'm doing a reading, I'm doing readings. When I'm teaching, I'm teaching. When I'm handling other businesses, I'm handling other businesses. When I'm being a wife, I'm trying to actually be present in the marriage. So when I'm resting, I've had to learn that rest is a part of work too. And sometimes things won't get done. That's life. So my goal isn't to become the Energizer Bunny. My goal is to remain consistent because those are 2 completely different things. And when you get into your new house, you don't start with 25 goals because I can already hear it in you. I want to do this and this and this and this and this. And that's exactly how you'll end up overwhelmed again. Your first 30 days in your home, I want you to establish a few anchors. Did you hear what I said? Anchors. Your first anchor is create a space that belongs to you. It doesn't have to be an entire room. Give yourself somewhere where you can sit, you can think, you can pray, you can study, you can journal, you can work, you can become simply just quiet and protect that space from becoming everybody else's dumping ground. That's the first thing that I would do to anchor. Second thing I would do to anchor, establish a morning anchor, not some 3-hour routine you saw somebody else doing online. Give yourself 20, 30 minutes that you can realistically repeat. Get yourself together. if it's praying, if it's sitting quietly, if it's just looking at your day. Decide what matters to you. That's what I do. I have a space outside. That's the space that belonged to me. That's the anchor 1. Anchor 2, I have a morning ritual. I normally get up, I make me a cup of coffee, I go sit on my back porch, and I just watch the sun come up sometimes. And sometimes I might have music playing. Sometimes I might have my Kindle out there, or sometimes I won't have anything. I just be blowing some trees, some herbs. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm just in my space, and I'm getting my mind right for the day. The third anchor I want you to think about is choose 3 priorities for the day. See how I didn't say 5 to 10? Not 17, 3. Because everything you do is important. And also, nothing is that important. You understand what I'm saying to you? Your 4th anchor is have a weekly reset. Pick one day where you look at the house, you look at your calendar, you look at your money, you look at your family obligations, your spiritual work, and what you need personally. And you ask yourself, what does this week require from me? And your last anchor, stop consuming information you aren't implementing. Stop consuming information you are not ready to implement. And this one might hurt your feelings, Miss Notebook, because you said you got to buy a lot of notebooks for the notes. Baby, close that goddamn notebook. Pick one thing, and practice it. And when it becomes a part of your life, then you move on to the next thing. See, a lot of y'all get so overwhelmed. So anything else that happens, that's going to overwhelm the fuck out of you too. So you never move on to the next, because now you didn't put this, you got to do this, and you. Everybody think you got to be the master of everything. No, the fuck you don't. You just got to be the master of one. I'd rather know one thing really, really good than to know 10 motherfucking things half-ass.
That's true.
So knowledge isn't transformation simply because you wrote it down. You know what I'm saying? And I want you to be careful about putting too much pressure on the new house. Because the house can give you a different environment. It can give you more room. It can give you a fresh start. But you still have to build the life inside of it. So don't walk through that door saying, I'm going to be a completely different person. Walk through it saying, I'm going to start keeping promises to myself. That's how you stay on the path. Not by never getting distracted. Because I got fucking ADHD. I promise you I get distracted. Not by never having a bad week. I've had moments in a week, but not by being productive every damn day, because every day I'm not. You got to stay on the path because you notice when you gotten off and you know how to come back. That's the discipline, and that's what a lot of people lack. And after what your family has lived through in their house, I also want to give you permission to have joy about leaving. Moving forward, don't erase your son. But creating happiness in another home, don't erase what happened either. Your family is allowed to experience a different chapter. You are allowed to experience a different chapter. So tomorrow when you're done, don't immediately make the new chapter another list of things you got to accomplish. Get your keys, walk in your house, stand in there for a minute, and just fucking breathe.
Okay.
Just breathe. And then say, this is where we begin. And then you just start one thing from there. And finally, what I'm going to say is your assignment for the first month is going to be real simple. Don't try to become nobody else but you. I want you to discover what your rhythm looks like when you're no longer organizing your whole life around being overwhelmed. 30 days, 1 morning anchor, 3 priorities a day, 1 weekly reset, 1 protected space for yourself, and implement 1 thing from those notebooks at a time. And then come back and tell me what changed after 30 days. Because I don't need another notebook full of my words. I want to see your life start becoming evidence of what you learned for you.
Okay.
I don't know if that answered your question in the way that you wanted it to.
No, it did. I mean, it put everything into perspective. Like I love to take that,
Yeah.
but now we have the back. Well, first let me say, I always in my mind wanted a new construction, but for whatever reason, I was like, can't afford the new construction, can't like, I don't know. I just put like all of these things out there, and we were looking for house after house after house, and every house that we found, we got outbid on, and it was just coming to be like a thing that I think my husband couldn't watch it no more, and he was like, "Fuck it, we're gonna get a new construction. We're not gonna go through this no more. It's gonna be ours. We're gonna be what we're gonna be, and it's gonna be ours, and it's gonna be that." But for whatever reason, like, okay, so we have appliances here, and for whatever reason, I just was like, well, we could take the old appliances, and he was like, no, we're not taking none of that shit. We're gonna get new appliances. We're gonna get new this, new that, like. And I was trying to think in my mind, like, what's wrong with you? Like,
but nothing's wrong with him. He might want new stuff. What's wrong? There ain't nothing wrong there.
No. I'm saying what's wrong with me? Like, who be fighting their husband will have to argue about, well, not necessarily an argument, but like about new stuff.
Well, my question is to you, why does receiving new feel uncomfortable to you?
No, yes, I'm on the phone. Yes. I don't know. I had to stop.
I don't know. It's not an answer. So let me ask it again. And I want you to take a deep breath before you, because don't tell me you don't know. You're grown. You do know. Why does receiving new feel uncomfortable for you?
Maybe it's just a new experience. Let me think. Like, I'm also seeing, okay, I'm not getting off track, but I'm going somewhere else. I'm also seeing like a different side of him. Like, he always has taken control, but now it's like more of a ownership.
I understand, but I want you to go back to my question and answer it.
I don't.
Because you just deflected. This, I'm not talking about him.
I don't know.
I'm talking about you.
I'm trying to. I've been trying to figure this out for a long time. Like putting stuff in the cart and not ordering it, walking around in the store for hours picking out stuff, and then I just leave it there. Not because I can't pay for it. I don't know what that is.
Well, Jessica, I'm going to say this. I give you permission, the universe gives you permission to desire and have whatever you want to have. And it's okay. You get to have something too. And maybe you don't need to fill your cart with a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe you just need to fill it with one thing. But I give you permission to desire and have whatever you want to have. The universe gives you that permission. And more importantly, I need you to give yourself that permission. Because you just gave me an answer without realizing you gave me an answer. You put things in carts, you can afford them, you can walk around the store, you choose what you like, and then you leave without buying anything. That's not about money. That has something to do between desiring and receiving. I would encourage you to book some life coaching sessions with me. So that you can work on those core things and those root issues. So you not just have awareness, but you have a way to work through them. Because it's okay for you to want things. It's okay. It's okay for you to get them. It's okay. Now, if you're wanting things and you buy things and it's just bullshit, then that's something different. But it's okay to have to intentionally spend because that's something that you want. You have to be able to reward yourself too. Somewhere down the line, you done learned how to want without allowing yourself to receive. And wanting something doesn't mean you're irresponsible. Wanting something doesn't make you greedy either. And everything you purchase don't have to be attached to survival. Sometimes the answer is, why do you buy that? Can simply be because I liked it. That's enough. Okay?
Okay.
So that's what I would suggest for you. It don't make you selfish either. You're supposed to reward yourself and not be guilty about it. Tomorrow you're closing on a brand new house that you originally told yourself you couldn't have. Think about that. You almost disqualified yourself from something that was actually available to you. So maybe this new house is teaching you something before you've even gotten the keys. Stop telling yourself no before life has even answered it. Ask, investigate, look at the numbers, make wise decisions. And when the answer is genuinely yes, let it be yes. And your husband, I think that's fabulous if he's walking into his happiness, he's walking into his masculinity, he's walking into his role. All those things are great. Give yourself permission to enjoy something being great, because that is okay too. Okay?
Okay.
But I'm gonna recommend, why don't you, at least book one and see how you feel about that. But I would love to help kind of coach you through, this new chapter, this new experience, how you wake up differently, how you show up differently from yourself. And congratulations again, baby. You've been through a lot and you've already been successful, and you might not even see that, but you have.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of your wisdom and your guidance.
You are very welcome, Ms. Jessica. You have a great night, and thank you so much for sharing with us.
Okay. Wait, where are the other people? There's other people over here?
Baby, I'm on a whole live YouTube. Thousands of people will see this.
Wait a minute. Let me see. Let me log on to the land. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
I think, I was talking to a young lady today, and she got a settlement for over almost $1 million. And she took care of her family. She took care of her kids. But how she got it was that she was in a terrible accident. She had to get both of her hips replaced, her knee replaced, parts of her back. Like, she had to go months of rehab. Didn't know if she was ever going to walk good again on her own. All of these things. And she got that money and she spent it on her family. She bought stuff, tangible things, cars. She bought tangible things. And so when the money ran out, she was like, I failed. And I think a lot of us, we miss this part. And the part that we miss is that you're going to pay for it one way or another. She thought the miracle was that she got that money. The miracle is that she survived in the first place to even be able to spend it. And I had to make her look at that differently. And it makes me think that that's how everybody feel. Like, you go, well, I had this money. I had this. I'm a bad person because I spent it. Listen, time, money, those are all currencies. And that money wasn't free. She almost gave her life up for that. So if she wants to spend $500,000 doing whatever the fuck she want to do, she can fucking do that. And that is absolutely the fuck okay. We have to stop living in a way where we can't enjoy nothing. We think, and I hate to say this, because we have taught our nervous system, I can't receive nothing because something bad gonna happen. I can't enjoy something because if I didn't suffer first and then I get it, it's not meant for me. I can't have life simply beautiful for me because I chose that. I don't deserve that. Yes, the fuck you do. Yes, y'all do. Yes, you do. Y'all deserve to have a life however the fuck y'all want to have it. Y'all deserve that. All right. Next caller. Who is going to call? What do y'all think about that? And thank everybody who just tuned in and stuff like that as well. But thank you, Jessica. Hello, this is Duchess with Thursday Talk. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
Ashley.
Hi,
from
Ashley.
Georgia.
Ashley from Georgia. Are you a Georgia peach?
Yes, ma'am.
I doubt it. I doubt it. All right, Ashley from Georgia. What's on your heart tonight?
I got a dilemma. So I reached out to one of my old coworkers from like 18 years. We ain't seen each other about 15 because she got married. So I didn't go to the wedding, but however, she was on my heart because I'm separated from my husband. So I was like, just, I wonder how my friend's doing, blah, blah. Reached out to her. She's going through the same thing. The only difference is like, this is my first time being with a woman. So I really don't, as far as romantic, like a relationship style. So I really don't know if like this is in me or this is just like a crush, and it just feels good type situation.
Okay, so let me get in your business. How old are you?
38.
38. And how old is the young lady?
45.
45. And how did y'all meet? Work. Red flag. You ain't supposed to shit where you eat it. All right.
No, we don't work together no more. That was 18 years ago.
Okay. So you met her 19 years ago?
Yes, 18 years ago. Yep, I met her. I wasn't married then. She's been around my estranged husband. I've been around her estranged wife. I got invited to the wedding, things of that nature. But I always was like, in the background, just like, what I'm saying?
You've been how long you been liking her?
The whole time.
Oh, but this is your first actual lesbian experience.
Well, as far as relationship, I had a girlfriend maybe for like 3 months when I was a teenager, but then it led into me getting married. So I met my husband at 18. It's been 18 years later, and 20 years later, now we're here. So she was always on my mind, and then I just thought about her, and so I found her, and next thing you know, we just been together ever since.
You found her where?
Huh?
You found her where?
I found her where?
No, I'm saying you found her where? Where did y'all hook up again? Because have y'all been talking to each other consistently?
No.
Okay.
No. She doesn't have social media, so I had to Google her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, send me a picture. Let me see.
Okay. All right. Hold on one
moment. Let me see.
You want a picture by herself or with us together?
Let me see y'all together.
Okay.
Cause let me get back in your business. Cause you said something I don't want to skip over. So you asked whether this was really in you, or whether this is just a crush because it feels good, right?
Right.
And so I can't.
I don't want to break her heart.
Okay, so I can't determine your sexuality or hers, so I don't need you to determine it tonight either. And you don't have to hurry up and give yourself a label too just because you're having an experience. But what I can help you figure out is what you're actually feeling towards this particular woman. Because you've known this woman for 18 years. And when I asked you how long you liked her, you didn't say 3 weeks. You said the whole time. So we can't act like the attraction appeared yesterday. But there's another piece I don't want you romanticizing. Both of y'all are separated, right? So that's important too. Because 2 people can reconnect at a time when they both are emotionally vulnerable and trauma bond, and you feel incredible about the closeness because somebody finally understands exactly what you're experiencing. But that doesn't mean attraction isn't real, right? But it does mean you got to separate attraction from circumstances. And I ain't trying to put no damper on nothing. I just want you to think about it because you called in, right?
Right. That's correct. I wanted your opinion.
I don't want you building a whole future because somebody feels like oxygen while you coming out of something that was real painful. So when you contacted her, were you looking for your friend, or did you already know somewhere in the back of your mind that you wanted something more with her?
A little bit of both. I was looking for my friend. Because I really thought that she was truly happily married. Because it seemed like she only dates straight women, and it always ends because they end up messing with a dude. You know, so
well, they weren't straight.
Really
they weren't straight. They were bisexual.
Well, that's how she put it.
Oh, okay.
Like she likes the challenge.
So which one are you and which one is she?
I'm the feminine one. I'm the feminine.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So my next question is, who crossed the friendship line first?
I did.
Okay. And how quickly did this become romantic?
Like 4 days later. 4th of July.
4 days later?
Yeah.
Boy, y'all lesbians, man. Y'all be going fast than a motherfucker. All right. So how long after y'all actually been together since reconnecting? So how long has it been?
It'll be 2 months on the 1st.
Okay. And are either of you guys still emotionally entangled with y'all spouses right now?
I am. She's not. I'm being honest. So my dilemma come in is like, I get triggered when she treats me right because it's like, damn, like, why I couldn't receive that from my husband? Like, dang, I get all this love and like everything I wanted, like everything I wrote down, it just came from a different gender.
So if neither one of y'all was going through a separation right now, do you believe that this connection would still be happening this way?
Maybe on the side, but not publicly, not loud.
I mean, do you want her to be public with her, or you want her to be on the side?
No, we already public.
Okay. Well,
I like the fact that she shows me off. I do love that, you know. Because sometimes I be like, slow down, don't show me out to everybody. Like, I don't want to meet your mama just yet, you know. Like, yeah, I had to turn some stuff down.
Okay, so let's address that you're still emotionally attached to your husband while you're experiencing with this woman many of the things that you wanted from him. Okay,
right.
Because now we're getting somewhere. Because when I asked you whether you're still emotionally entangled with your spouse, you said yes, right? So I appreciate you being honest with that. But I don't think your biggest dilemma right now is whether you like women. I think you're trying to experience something new while you're still grieving something old. And every time this woman treats you well, instead of being able to enjoy what she's giving you, part of you immediately looks backwards and say, well, why could my husband treat me like this? Because that's important. Because now she's not just being your girlfriend. Whether you realize it or not, sometimes she's becoming the measuring stick you're using to evaluate your marriage.
That's a good one. That's good. Okay.
And also, when she does something your husband didn't do, are you falling more in love with her, or are you becoming more angry and disappointed with him?
Angry and disappointed, and it makes me want to run away from her
because you're mad at him. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So you also said something else that caught me. You said everything I wrote down came to me just in a different gender. Okay. Right. Okay. But don't turn 2 months of good treatment into proof that you found everything you wanted. You don't know her in a relationship yet. You know her historically as your friend. You have known of her relationships. You've known her personality, but you've only been romantically involved with her for 2 months. Those are two different things. See, right now, you're just getting information. Enjoy it, receive it, but collect the information. Don't write the ending while still reading the fucking introduction. And then let's circle back to these 4 days. Y'all went from reconnecting to romantic in 4 days. So yes, I'm saying slow down. Not because I think it's fake, but because it might be real enough to deserve some patience. You've had 18 years of familiarity, creating a feeling that y'all been together longer than you actually have. Well, you haven't. Friendship history does not automatically equal relationship history. And also, we're already public. Okay. My question with that is, why did it need to become public that quickly?
Well, my estranged husband don't know. My family and friends don't know. Her side does, and like the people that would be out as far as, in public with, But her sister did it. Her sister was like, you know what, we had as you see, we take a lot of TikTok videos, things of that nature or whatever. So her sister posted it on Snapchat for the wife to see it, and she saw it, and it just been silence. Like the wife don't see me over her house twice, and she just picked up the dog and kept it moving.
Okay. So let me correct something. You're not public. You're public in her world.
Right.
Her sister knows. People know that know her know. Y'all can go to places. Y'all make TikToks. People can see y'all together. But people in your world who would make this relationship real in a different way, aka your husband, your family, your close friends, they don't know. And I'm not saying you got to tell everybody today. I'm just asking you to recognize the difference. Because why doesn't your husband know? And don't give me an easy answer because we're separated. I want to know the emotional answer. What are you afraid will happen inside of you if he knew?
I still have hope there, even though I know that it's over, but I still have hope for
what does that mean?
What
does that mean?
I have hopes of us reconnecting. I feel like.
So what the fuck you doing with her?
Well, because he say it's over, but he say that sometimes and then do opposite. But I think I'm tired of going back and forth because I'm starting to realize that there's actually more out there, and maybe that nigga really don't like me for real because I'm being treated totally different. I don't know. I feel like it's over based on.
How long were you with him? How long were you with him?
20 years.
You were with him for 20 years?
Yes.
Why y'all separating? Why y'all divorcing?
He brought a baby. He had a baby.
Oh yeah, it's over, bitch. Let that go. Yeah. Ain't no coming back from that. You a goddamn fool. You stay with that. Oh hell no. Oh no. Right. He didn't have a baby on you? Oh no. Because two things. This nigga was fucking this bitch without a rubber. Yeah, that's something different. 20 years, betrayal, a child outside the marriage. Oh no, baby, go on, let that go. Ain't no more. Ain't no more. Let me tell you something. Oh shit, he had a baby on you. Listen, child, I got to take a deep breath on it. Hold on, let me quench my throat, baby, for this one. Hold on. Because okay, now I understand why you're all over the place. You gave him 20 years. So when you tell me I know it's over, but I still have hope, I'm not going to pretend that's crazy. 20 years doesn't disappear because somebody did something fucked up. And that was extremely fucked up. And you can know a relationship needs to end and still love that person. Those two things can
true.
exist at the same time. But baby, I need you to stop confusing love with evidence that the marriage should continue. Because that's a no. Because when you say you hope y'all connect, what exactly are you hoping? That the baby died? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck are you hoping? That they won't exist? Him, the marriage, the new family structure, the man you thought he was, the life you had before you found out about the baby? Or are you hoping he'll finally choose you in a new way that makes the last 20 years feel like it wasn't wasted? Because all of those things are very different. It ain't. It's over with. He put the nail in the coffin. Let me tell you something, and I'm gonna say this, and I don't mean no harm, Ashley from Georgia. It's a lot of things I can take. It's a lot of things I can take. My mama said, I can take a lot of things when I don't have the evidence of it because I'm not going to look for it and I'm not going to assume it. That's what my mama would say. Baby.
Yeah.
It's over. I don't give a fuck what he do. Because he says it's over, but then he does something of the opposite. Stop building your future around mixed signals. If he says it's over, take that information seriously. If his behavior contradicts it, don't automatically translate that behavior until he wants his marriage back. Ask him. And when you ask him and he say, no, I don't want it, then fucking believe that. Familiarity isn't reconciliation. Sex isn't reconciliation. Calling you is not reconciliation. Missing you ain't reconciliation. Jealousy, that's not reconciliation. Reconciliation requires an actual decision and a sustained behavior. That baby ain't going no motherfucking where. That child didn't betray you. Your husband did. So if you ever seriously consider reconciling with him, you're not deciding whether you can forgive an affair in the abstract. You're deciding whether you can build this healthy ass marriage now in a reality where there's now a child who deserves a relationship with their father and should never be punished for how they got here. So my bigger question is can you actually live peacefully in this new reality?
We tried. He came home the day the baby was born, and then it's like after 8 weeks postpartum was up, that nigga was gone all over again. And then we tried again a year after that. It seemed like every year he come back, but every time
because you keep letting him. Why you letting him think that that's okay? It's not okay. It's not okay.
It seems like he's scared to lose because the other girl.
Why do you give a fuck? Why do you give a fuck about what he's scared to lose? Why do you give a fuck about that? This nigga slept with a bitch unprotected. Be thankful it was a baby all he got and it wasn't something else. And then he come back and he give it to you. Baby, you don't give him opportunity to keep coming back doing you any kind of fucking way. You don't do that. If he gave a fuck about you, he should have cared about the 20 years. He should have given a fuck enough about you after 20 years not to go have a baby by some other bitch. Now, I ain't call the baby a bitch. I called his mama a bitch because I don't know this whole name.
Right.
So, again, you don't owe him shit. He owed you and he did not deliver. He did nothing but disrespect you. Why are you giving him the platform to keep doing you like that? Because what you just told him, my feelings do not matter. My pain does not matter. How I feel does not matter. He needs to take his ass on with this bitch and he can go and have whatever he want to have with her. But he could not come back and play with me like that. And this is where I want to bring the girlfriend back into focus. And this is where I want to hold you accountable. Don't hold this woman hostage either. You can't use this woman to help you discover that there is better options while simultaneously keeping your husband emotionally reserved in some case or in some way he decides he wants you back. Because that ain't fair to her either. She's a human being too. She isn't supposed to be your demonstration model for how you should have been treated. She's not that. She's a person. And if she's developing feelings for you, If she's developing feelings for you, she deserves to know what she's actually participating in. You can't start no relationship in no fucked up ass situation like that and expect it to work. You cannot build on dishonesty. That's what the fuck you used to. But that's not the reality of how things should be. I'm not saying that people are perfect. I'm just saying people are human. And you wouldn't want somebody doing it to you because you already living it.
Right.
If your husband called tonight and he said, Ashley, come home. I want my wife back. Would you leave this woman?
I would.
And you a fucking fool. And if I was that bitch you fucking with, I would leave your ass alone. Because that is wrong. That's wrong.
Yeah.
You too undecided for that. And I ain't saying you got to determine that tonight, but you wrong as fuck for that.
Yeah.
You wrong as fuck for that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's the opinion of others that will make me choose that devil.
The only reason why you like that, the only reason why you like that girl because she available. And all that shows me is that you are insecure and you are scared to be by yourself.
I waited about 3 years to start dating.
I don't care. And you wasn't waiting 3 years because you was still fucking with this nigga. Stop playing with me.
Okay.
Stop playing with me.
Okay.
Who you talking to?
You right.
You said if your husband called you tonight and said, Ashley, come home, you would leave this woman. So you're not available for the relationship you're currently participating in. How fucking unfair. And that's not saying to me that you don't care about her. That's not saying to me attraction isn't real. That's not telling me that you got to figure out your sexuality tonight. I'm telling you that your heart still has your husband in the primary position. And if that's true, that woman needs to know that. Because imagine this shit from her side. She's loving on you. She's treating you well. She's introducing you to the people in her life. Her sister knows about you. She's making memories with your little hoish ass. She's potentially falling in love with you. Meanwhile, if the phone rings tonight and the right man say the right words, you're gone. Ashley, that is fucked up. And I'm not saying that to beat you up. I'm just saying it because you know what it feels like to be on the other side of somebody's indecision. Your husband has been teaching you this lesson for 20 fucking years. Look at the cycle. Your husband leaves, he comes back, you let him back in, he gives you hope, something happens, he leaves again, and then eventually he comes back. And every time that happens to you, you become emotionally available to him again. Now you met somebody else, but you're keeping one emotional foot pointed towards your husband. Don't become a different version of the behavior that hurt you. That's what I want you to understand. Because you are wrong.
That's what it feels like. That's what
it
feels like.
Does your girlfriend know that if your husband asks y'all to reconcile, you would choose him? Do she know that?
She does.
And she crazy as hell too. But she's an adult and she can decide whether she want to continue or not. But don't start making promises you can't stand behind.
She was like, maybe I could change your mind. Yeah.
She just as fucking crazy as you.
She is a little crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I had to turn down the husky. I had to turn it down.
Okay, so listen. I'm gonna give you a homework assignment.
Okay.
You ready?
Okay, but before you get a homework assignment, I got a question because I got to circle back to another reason why you said why you asked me why it's not public on my side. Another thing is like all of a sudden now he's starting to say like little slick stuff about the LGBT, TQA community or whatever.
So he probably already know.
And then he'll say some slick stuff like, oh well, I'll just give you an example. He'll be like, oh, if I was Dennis in Portia's situation or whatever, I'll go get my daughter and get full custody. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess you're going to be getting full custody of the kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would love that,
And so he really has a problem. He's very homophobic. But he knows I'm bisexual, and he don't even like that part. But yeah, I feel like he'll be more ashamed and embarrassed. I really shouldn't give a fuck about how you feel.
Why do you care? He didn't give a fuck about how you feel when he fucked that bitch and got a baby by her. Right. Why are you doing that to yourself?
You're right.
Why are you putting his emotional needs before your own? You're putting his comfort before your own.
Right. You're right. You're right.
See, before I thought you was hiding a relationship primarily because you still wanted to protect his feelings. But now you're telling me something else. You're concerned about how he's going to react to you being with a woman. And if making little comments about the LGBTQ community and that's bringing your children to cussing out of this, whatever, listen, ignore that. I can't tell you from these comments what he definitely knows. He might suspect something. He might be fishing for something. He might simply be showing you his beliefs. But don't guess. Collect information. It's okay for you to ask him. Because Ashley, there's a difference between I'm ashamed to tell him who I'm dating and I'm being careful about disclosing something because I don't know how this person will respond. Those aren't the same thing. But you don't owe him that. You don't owe him that. You owe yourself in whatever the fuck that means. But here's where I'm still not going to let you off the hook. You said he'll be ashamed, he'll be embarrassed. Ashley, that's his feelings. You're still managing this man's emotions. After everything that happened to you in your marriage, you're still asking he's going to feel, how's he going to feel about what I'm doing? Meanwhile, I need you to ask yourself, what do I actually want my life to look like? He can dislike your bisexuality. He can be uncomfortable. He can disagree. He can be embarrassed. Those emotions belong to him, but you don't have to carry them for him.
Okay.
And don't date this woman as a fuck you to your husband either.
No, that was totally not the case. No, that was not the case.
Totally all right. Not. So back to the homework.
Okay.
I want you to take a piece of paper and I want you to make 3 columns. At the top of the first one, I want you to say my husband. I want you to write down what you still love, what you're grieving, what you're angry about, what keeps you hoping, and exactly what would you have to change for reconciliation to even be considered. Okay?
Okay.
Second column, your girlfriend. Not that she's treating you better than him, because I don't want the comparison, but who is she? What do you like about her? What concerns you? What are you learning about her? What don't you know yet? What do you actually feel when your husband isn't a part of the equation? And the third column, this is the most important one, Ashley. The third column is you. Ashley is the third column. Who are you outside of both of them? What does Ashley want? What kind of relationship does Ashley require at this time in her life? What does Ashley believe about her own sexuality when nobody else gets a vote?
Okay.
I want to start there. What does Ashley need to grieve? What does Ashley need to forgive herself for? What boundaries does Ashley need? Because right now, you're talking like there are only 2 doors. Go back to your husband or choose a girlfriend. No, ma'am, there's a third door. You can choose yourself. You can get clear. You can grieve your marriage. You can deal with your anger. You can figure out what you actually want. You can be truthful to this woman. You can be truthful to this man, right? You told her the truth. All right, let her sit with that. Tell him the truth too. Let him sit with that. You can protect your children from adult conflict and stop allowing your husband's approval or his rejection or his embarrassment or his jealousy or his homophobia determine how you see yourself. Because I don't want you leaving a 20-year marriage just to immediately build your identity around another relationship. I want you to know who the fuck Ashley is. And when nobody's choosing her and isn't trying to get anything or anybody to choose her, who is she? Then whoever gets access to that woman next, they're going to have to meet your standards. I want to life coach you too, Lord. that's what I would tell you to do. I hope that helped you.
It does. It helped a lot. It did.
But you cannot hold a value to this man who cheated on you, had a baby on you. You can't let him come back and play with you like that, because you want to know who's gonna always pull his strings now? That bitch with that baby. And I'm gonna tell you something that I would tell any woman. I don't want now nigga that he had a baby on me. I don't want him. Because this bitch gonna be throwing that baby up in his face. It's gonna be, listen, I ain't hating on nobody. I'm not hating on stepkids or nothing like that. I ain't trying to be funny, but bitch, I come first. I don't give a fuck. If I come first, then the family that we have, that comes second. You hear me?
And that's what happened.
Well, baby, he made his choice. He made his decision. Now he got to stand under that, and you're gonna have to stand under it too. Because if you're not careful, in a year or so, he'll be having another goddamn baby on you. You want to know why? Because you accepted the first one.
You're right. We don't want that.
If I'm not number one, I'm not going to be number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got me fucked up. You got that baby, go and be with that bitch and that baby, because that's not coming over here in my house. And I don't want to see your baby. I don't want to meet him. I ain't got nothing bad to say about none of that. I don't. But you go be with a family over there, because that bitch is not going to tell. She ain't running shit in my motherfucking house.
And that's what it felt like. I said, how you let another woman tell you what the fuck?
Because she has his baby now. I'm sorry. I love my husband. That's my goddamn husband. And ain't now bitch going to be able to control my husband. Because if that bitch can control my husband, he is not my husband. That's that bitch's nigga. And he need to go take his ass over there with that bitch and have a baby with that ugly ass baby.
And he can't because she stay with her mama.
Well, not my motherfucking fault. Not my motherfucking fault. He made a decision. He gonna have to stand on that. You don't have to decide. You don't have to take none of that. You don't even have to take the girl. You don't have to take this guy. You could just choose yourself and not fuck with either one of them. But I'm gonna say this too. She willing to pay some bills, baby?
Yes. Oh yeah, 100% VA. No kids.
100% VA.
Yeah.
Shit, baby, that would have made my decision right there. How long has she been in the military? How long was she in the military?
Not long, but she got her 100% disability.
I know that's right. Shit.
Yeah, so she get at $4,500 a month.
Okay, man.
She got a brand new house. She got a brand new Ford.
Baby, she win. We can stop talking. Why you ain't take the motherfucking keys? I be humping her motherfucking face and her goddamn lips, and I be rubbing my clit right up against her motherfucking nose. Damn, I said I wasn't gonna talk like that tonight. Y'all always making me talk nasty.
Well, I do like that part. I'm a pillow princess. And she's a touch me not.
You need to go. You need to relax. You need to relax. You need to relax. Let this bitch take care of you and relax. Let me tell you something. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. But the fact that I don't have to work for my marriage to work, I feel like I don't have to do no type of work. My husband make all the fucking effort to make me happy. Do you hear what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm not going no goddamn where. My husband make every effort, literally every fucking day, to make me happy. Baby, what the fuck? You must like the motherfucking struggle. You must like having to Girl, what the fuck wrong with you? If you don't let this bitch be in your motherfucking life, and she ain't ugly, because I was ready to talk about it, I'm not going to even lie to you. And even if she was ugly and she willing to take her...
Yeah, she's willing to take care of me and my 4 kids. Yeah.
She willing to take care... Baby, you know them studs. Baby, them studs love... They love to be a stepdaddy. You hear me? Them studs. And they love a bitch that got kids. Yeah. Baby, them studs love to be a stepdaddy. Baby.
Okay.
And you got 4 goddamn kids. Girl, if you don't sit over there and ride that bitch face and let her use that book bag on you, and y'all gonna be in LGBTQ WHYZ heaven, you gonna make her motherfucking thing. You got 4 kids, man. She get to be a stud daddy to all 4 kids.
They call her Statty.
They call her Statty. See what I'm talking about? That don't sound like that sound like a you. Girl, let that motherfucking husband go. I'd be just like Portia, showing her little Statty on Instagram. Girl, I be having that, baby, while you bullshitting, picture time getting ready to come up. Everybody be in class. Her, you, the 4 motherfucking kids. Y'all got some animals?
Yeah, she got a dog.
The dog, all y'all dressed in that red, all y'all dressed in that red plaid, taking pictures by the Christmas tree. You got me fucked up. And I would not only post that shit, I would send a Christmas card to this whole ass nigga. And I would be scissoring and ass humping and grinding, and I would be going into heaven.
She won't let me touch her.
That's even better. Well, you be pillow princess forever. You be the pillow queen. Girl, go on and be happy. Leave that nigga alone. You wanna listen, grieve your marriage. Deal with that fucking anger. That motherfucker wasn't gonna never be the person that you need to be for you. You got this woman over here want to be there for you. Let her be it. Studs love bitches with motherfucking kids. Listen, this is this bitch dream come true.
Right. She been around for all the kids. She been around.
So easy transition. Girl, what you need? Decision been made. Everybody said go for it. I'm saying go for it. Is she not ugly? She look like she get her retwist on a regular basis.
It does.
All right. Listen, love is what's real. My mama used to say, kind treatment to make a dog love you. Let that woman love you.
Okay.
Sit down. Rest. That's what she offering. Rest.
Yes, it does. It finally feel all about me. When I felt like I was the nigga in my marriage, like I felt
now you got another woman that's being a nigga, and let her be it. She get a retwist done regularly. She's ready to spend some money. You got 4 kids. She ready to be static to them. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Are you sexually attracted to her?
Girl, I thought my pussy didn't work.
You think? when now we know it worked because she got that book bag. She got that book bag. She had something special. She had something special in that book bag. She didn't put what's in that book bag on you. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Enjoy. Live your life. You deserve to be easy now. I'm not trying to be funny. My husband works so fucking hard to make sure that I'm comfortable. I've never had a person in my whole life do that. Now, the only way I'm going to leave is if he changed. But my husband been consistently like this for 5 years. Getting ready to be 6. This nigga waited on me to decide to leave and move on and heal. And he still waited till I got my mind right.
Okay.
Listen, what's in the book bag, Tiffany? You know what's in the book bag. Is it do it got a hook to it? How big is it?
We got it's like 4 different kinds depending on how you feel. We got short, long, medium. You know.
So what determines what they deserve? What they determines the length?
How fucked up we it depends on the vibe.
I know that's right. She said how fucked up it depends on the vibe. I know that's right. Baby, enjoy your peace. It's new. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. When you know we decided we was gonna be together and stuff like that, he went and bought me a house. You hear me? He went and bought me a brand new house, a custom house, $500,000 house. That's what he did. I was like, I got to figure out. I got to get rid of this house and da 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 da. And he said, well, I'll buy you a house. Go pick it out. This is how much they say they'll approve me for. Go pick it out. And I did that. When I started waking up and I wasn't stressed out, when I started waking up and I didn't feel that pressure on my chest, I didn't know what to do. Again, Ashley, I would love for you to do some life coaching with me in this new chapter. I can't stress that enough. Just to wake up every day and now I got to figure out something that makes me have peace because this nigga that I already got up and he's doing this for me and he's doing that for me and he got a hook. Listen, it get better. Enjoy. And you get 4 options. You got 4 different options that depends on the vibe. That's what you said. So enjoy that. It's okay not to have to figure it out. It's okay for somebody else to say, let me take that off your plate. It's okay for somebody to look at your plate and say, that's too much. Do you know my husband is out there working? My husband just came home because I called him 2 hours ago. And I said, I'm busy. And because I didn't respond because I'm doing this, my husband came all the way home to see what was all right. That is the type of shit I'm talking about.
Right.
So I'm just saying to you, it is absolutely okay just to be. See, Black women, we got to learn just be. It's okay to just be. And she got a book bag with 4 options. And a champ VA. And 100% disabled. Listen. With no kids and gonna be a steady to your foe. Girl, if you don't sit on that girl face, I'm sure she love to be smothered by those thighs. Girl, let her do that, and you ain't got to do nothing with her. You can orally keep your mouth closed because she gonna do all the work. Girl, if you don't lay back and relax, child, bye. I think I would love to do the life coaching. You can go onto my site and book it. Or if you like, I'll take your number down and I can send you some information. Either one. But I think you should do that. But I hope I answered your question.
You did. You answered. You put me. I got some straightening.
Yeah,
and
but
you're right. The victim should not turn into the villain. That's wrong.
Because believe it or not, sometimes the things that we are running from will become the thing that we become. So you're running from that husband that did you that way. If you're not careful, you'll turn into him, and you'll treat everybody the way he treated you, and that is not fair.
It's not.
It wasn't fair for me to make Ree wait. I made him wait 5 years to be with me. And my ex-husband was all in his face. And I would be, well, you can leave if you want to. Just crazy. And he still stayed around. We became just friends, but he still stayed. I think that matters. I think that counts.
It does.
See, this is the first time in your life somebody choosing you.
Yes.
That feels so scary. It's so uncomfortable. And I had to work through that too. Because see, the thing of it is, you used to fucking with people that don't like you. It's quite different when a person like you. Right. I keep telling y'all, it's a difference between somebody liking you and somebody loving you. Because somebody love you, they can still hurt you. But when people like you, they not going to do that. Because they like you.
Right.
All right?
Well, thank you.
You are very, very welcome. All right, baby. Thank you for calling. Bye-bye. So I hope y'all liked it. Did y'all like that? Did y'all like that? Did y'all like that call? It took us through some turns and twists. Whew. Ooh. But the static cute. The little stud cute. Got good teeth. Oh, it's a video and she done stuck her tongue. They were trying to kiss for the video and she done stuck her tongue in that steady mouth. Yeah, that steady look. She loved it. Girl, gonna be with that girl. No, I'm not going to show y'all because I didn't ask her. And I'm not gonna show y'all. But it's cute. It's cute. All right, who's next? 469-583-9411. Who next? Who's next? That was a good call, and I love that it was different. It was different. And I know I be cutting up. I be trying not to cut up because they don't be wanting to pay monetize on these because they say I have a shock content. So who's next? They don't be wanting because they say I'm shocked. And so I was trying to watch my mouth, but I don't know. I can't. It just anything. I just say anything, child. Anything. Hello, this is Duchess. Okay. Nah, ain't no calming him. They did for her over there though. Who's next? And don't hang up. She don't be scared. I'm a clap. Of course I am. Hello.
Hey, sorry. I thought I got the wrong number.
Why you hang up in my face?
My bad. I thought I got the wrong number. I had to check myself. I'm like, how did? Sorry, my bad.
So what is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is May and I'm calling from Dallas.
Okay, May from Dallas. So what's on your heart tonight?
Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry to short the break. But yes, what's on my heart tonight is I'm kind of like, I signed my divorce papers this year, which is cool. I'm not like, I've been kind of over my ex-husband for years, so I'm not really tripping out there. But what's really messing me up is like how he punishes our daughter. Like he withholds help because he mad about the decisions he made. Like it's not my fault. We're broken up. You chose the streets. I let you have the streets. So he takes it out on me that he really end up in. He ain't done nothing but
Old YN. All right.
Yeah. And like he blames me for literally everything.
What you mean he blamed you for everything?
Like, okay, child support. So when I was pregnant, we got married after I had our daughter. He proposed, but I declined. But I was like, I was kind of, a player, little gangster chick or whatever. So we got into a fight when I was pregnant, and my sister filed child support on me because she was mad that he hit me while I was pregnant. That was
so your sister filed child support on him for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And I told him that my sister did it because she was mad, so he never believed me. So I did. I took him off, and the state wouldn't take him off because my daughter had some health issues and she was on Medicaid, which he agreed to pay. And it was like $50 a month or whatever. So fast forward, he never paid it. This was in 2012. He never paid it, and we had it set up to where he could just file his taxes and it automatically go through. So he never paid it. So 2019, when I was turning 30, I was forgiving everybody. He was complaining about he don't even work. He street pharmacist. He enjoys that. He chooses the OYN word. The rapper, the trapper, like he chooses. And really, it's the white girl. They enable him. He been messing with white chicks for some years. They take care of him. They do whatever. They pay for it. Like they fund the whole lifestyle. And he blamed me because he ain't never did shit like but dad. I'm like, I was in my fault.
So wait, okay, I have questions.
Yeah,
how long were y'all married?
To be honest, I thought we were divorced like about 5-6 years ago. I just found out last year we were still legally married.
What do you mean you thought that you were divorced 5 or 6 years ago? Did you file it?
Well, he said he did it, and the white girls was paying for it, and I told him to forge my signature. We didn't have any assets and nothing to split like that, so, I was like, just forge my signature, because I didn't want to beat them or whatever, because every time we talked, it was always drama. Like, I don't like drama. And the drama in my life comes from him.
Oh, okay.
I know.
You told him to forge your signature. Why did you do that?
Because, like I said, it was a lot of drama. My grandma had passed, and I kind of was mentally exhausted. I didn't have nothing in my cup to pour. I really didn't care. So, like I said, we didn't have any assets, and he had the paperwork. I just told him to sign my name. And he was
okay, so wait. So slow down. Because you said something huge. You thought you were divorced for 5 or 6 years. You found out last year that you're still legally married. So you trusted him to handle the divorce. You didn't receive a final divorce decree. You didn't go to court. You didn't verify with the court that the divorce was finalized. You just took his word that he handled it.
No, I really didn't care. I just, like I said, I was going through some mental stuff. Like I didn't have the mental capacity to care. I wasn't emotionally there with him. I wasn't trying to be in a relationship. I just only wanted to co-parent. So, I really didn't care, and I was single at the time. So,
did he ever get put on child support?
Oh yeah, he was on child support. But I couldn't take him off. The judge wouldn't let me take him off because
your daughter had some health issues.
Well, she had like real bad asthma.
Okay.
She had.
Okay. So what's your question tonight? What's on your heart tonight?
My question is, I just need him to help. He's like, it's hard to get over because he know I need him to help with the co-parent because I don't really have much of a support system like that. My family, my siblings work or whatever, and I just got my CDL, so I'm really trying to hit the road for a couple of weeks so I can be local. But
how old is your daughter?
She's 14, but I don't feel comfortable leaving her at home for weeks by herself.
And so what type of support system do you have outside of him?
Really not
much. Okay, so my next question is, what type of support are you asking for him specifically? Because I need him to help is too broad. Are you saying you need the father to keep his 14-year-old daughter while you're on the road for 2 weeks? Is that what you're asking him to do?
Yes, that's what the agreement was at the beginning of the summer. But it's like he just so jealous. He hates anything that I do. Now he's trying to get his CDL. So it's like, you didn't want to help me with your kid. But like he literally.
But where's your sister that found child support on him? Where is she at?
And see, we're kind of estranged right now because she committed treason against our sisterhood. So I and then she works all day and she kind of strung out on her man. So when she get off, she goes straight to her boyfriend house. It's like, I feel like I have
what is the treason that she committed?
Man. Okay, so the treason she committed
Treason is a very strong word.
And I feel like that's what she did because like it's certain things you don't do to your siblings.
What you do?
It's certain things you don't say or don't do, especially if your sibling, didn't do anything to you.
So what she do? She fuck him?
And you know what? I will be honest. I feel not this particular treatment, but this is why I don't care about the marriage, because he left me in jail. And so when he left me in jail, I feel like he fucked my sister around that time. So that's why when I got out, I ain't care. Like I was like really done with them, because I feel like my family not loyal. I feel like I'm the only loyal, but it's hard being the only loyal person around no loyalty. So I'm kind of like a popular loner. It's weird. I just say to myself to protect my energy because my family kind of sucks. And it's cool. I have self-awareness to where I can, notice the pattern, notice when the weirdness come out.
What did your sister do to commit treason? You still ain't told us.
Oh yeah, it's she done it a couple of times. That's why this was the nail in the coffin. So this particular time, okay, she was passing out or whatever in the stores. So my lease was up on my apartment.
She was passing out in the stores.
Yes, because my sister is like one of those people that get her tax check up every year. What
you mean she? What you mean she give a tax check up?
She take care of her man. My man. That you not his girl, but he your man. But she one of those. I don't even know how we have a dad. But this particular time, she was passing out, like, really not paying her bills. Like, I helped her out with kitchen court and everything. So, like I said, my niece was up. She wanted to move in together. So I was like, cool, we can raise our girls together. Help you get on your feet. It's just a year lease. So, doing the lease, at this apartment, the rent was due, like, on the 5th. So, the 5th was, like, Wednesday. I got paid Thursday. So, I was like, I'll just pay it tomorrow. So, tomorrow, send her a text, hey, I got paid. Send me your money so I can pay, the rent. Don't worry about it. I'm going to do this and that. She left with her boyfriend the whole weekend. So she was like, well, I'm going to just pay the late fee. I'm like, no, send me what you got. Whatever you got, I'm going to just add whatever. It don't matter because I was a day late. It's my fault. No worries. So she come back the next. I didn't see her the whole weekend. I'm thinking she paid it because I sent her my rent money. No, she didn't pay. Her man took our rent money. He took my rent money and her rent money. He was mad at me. She had to go get her money out of her 401k. I don't know, still saying, why are you mad at me? I tried to pay the lady. I didn't even care. It was $300 short. I was trying to pay. So she got mad at me because whatever the heck happened with her and her man. So she called the police on me like I hit her. And I didn't even touch this chick. I'm like, girl, what is wrong with you?
Oh, so there was a treason that she called police on you?
Yeah, it's like, why would you call the police on me? Who does that?
Honestly.
The treason was, what was you so upset about? I ain't do nothing to it. Like, I was literally taking care of her kid and mine while she laid up with her nigga out. Like, when she get out.
Oh, that's a lot. I see why you ain't talking to her.
And she always been like, her men always came first our whole life. So I'm like, girl, you could ask. I'm so frustrated with her dad because he knows that I need him to be his daughter. And he chooses not to do it because he laid up with some wild saint and not some tight sweet. That's not my fault. Like,
he laid up with what?
He complains about the girl because she don't have a phone. I'm like, baby, this is a self-inflicted wound. You chose this life.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm just stuck like with a Class A CDL, can't go over the road because my ex-husband is.
Well, you can't get like a local job.
I've been looking, I've been applying everywhere. I don't even change my Hispanic on the application.
Shit. Okay, baby.
But I mean, I said, because my daughter's safety comes first.
Right, I understand. All right, so you want him to help, right? Is that what you're saying? You want him to help you?
Yeah, that's it. Just comfortable.
But what happened if he don't do that? What happens if he doesn't co-parent?
Except for the fact he may not, and I may just have to, work from home again and sit from.
Shit, y'all. Okay.
I accepted that I'm gonna have to, readjust, and I don't mind adjusting. It don't matter to me, that's life.
Well, you're gonna have to readjust. He's not gonna help you. He's not gonna help you.
It's like hard for me to. I don't know why I can't get over that because I don't care about him.
Why is it hard for you to get over? He doesn't like you, and he doesn't care.
Yeah, and that's the issue because he'll be obsessed with me, like he'll come over, pop up, but why aren't you obsessed with our daughter? Like, and he a good stepdad. The kids he allegedly have, DNA said he's not the dad, but he co-parent good with,
But he doesn't like you.
And that's fine. I don't care. But what our daughter has to do.
Because she's a part of you. And he don't know how to separate that.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it like that, but that's important. Because you're telling me that this man can co-parent, but you're telling me that he chooses not to. You're telling me there are children that DNA is not his, but he's capable of maintaining a co-parenting, a relationship around him. So the issue isn't simply he doesn't know how to be a father. You're saying he doesn't know how to separate how he feels about me from the responsibility of our daughter, right? Okay, so if that's the case, I understand why this hurts differently. You're looking at him thinking, I've seen you do this. I know you're capable of doing this. Why you just can't do it for your own daughter? And your conclusion, because my conclusion of that is he doesn't like you.
Yeah, and to the comment, he is DL. That's another reason why I don't trip off him because I got top-notch receipts.
You got top-notch what?
Receipts.
Oh, that he DL?
Mm-hmm.
Why you want your baby around him anyway?
I really don't, but it's like, a couple of hours. Like, he has a good family. They have a...
Why they don't want to help then? Why does his family... You don't trust his family to... You don't trust his family?
I was like, they don't because of him. He tell them, which is fine, It's just like, come on, man. Can the feeling this? It's just weird, and it's it's weird. They don't even have to talk to me or see me.
Okay, so listen to yourself. You just told me you really don't want your daughter around him anyway, right? So now I have another question. You said you really don't want your daughter around him anyway. Why are you fighting this hard for childcare you don't even trust? Because those are two different problems. I need help is one problem. I need him to be the help is another. Because if every time you think about leaving your daughter with him, you're worried about what he's doing, who's around, and what type of environment that she's in. So whether you can trust that judgment, like that's not support. Support is supposed to reduce the problem, not create another fucking problem for you to worry about. And if his family might be wonderful people and they might love your daughter. They might even disagree with him privately. But if they're choosing not to get involved because of whatever he's telling them, you can't force them into being into your village either. That's disappointing, absolutely. But again, that's information. And you keep bringing in another person. What about her daddy? He's unreliable. What about his family? They listening. They what about the sister? We can't depend on her. Baby, eventually you're gonna run out of relatives. So I need you to stop looking around for this family tree trying to find somebody who's going to finally behave the way that you want them to behave. Your daughter is 14. You need a safe, dependable plan for the next few years. Not somebody reluctantly wanting to watch her for a couple of hours because you finally convinced them. And if you don't feel comfortable leaving her with her father, I'm not going to tell you to override that discomfort just because you need childcare. And I want you to examine why you don't trust the situation and whether there are concrete safety concerns. Because if those are, that matters. If I took your ex-husband and his entire family off the board tonight, who would you call?
Myself. That's the issue. I went years with, just can't forget. I accept him. I already know he's not gonna do this. I don't have nobody. But it's like I'm just tired. Like I ain't got diagnosed with exhaustion. I've been holding this down for long. Excuse my sin, but I've been
okay.
Like that's why it got out of control like this, because I let it go. Like I literally let it go, bitch. I let it go. I went hard for my baby. I did a lot. I was there, I didn't sweat him. I went years without sweating him. If I call randomly, he say no, I keep it moving. And it was just us.
So this is what I want you to think about as well. Okay. Understand that you are exhausted for being the contingency plan for everybody. Okay, so that's there it is. That's what I've been trying to get to. You're not sitting here telling me I can't do nothing. You're telling me I've been doing everything and I'm fucking tired. You got your CDL. You've been taking care of your baby. You've gone without talking to this man. When he says no, you figure some shit out and you keep moving. So I don't think your problem is that you don't know how to survive without him because you've already proven that you can. I think you're just tired of having to. And because when I asked you, if I take everybody off the board, who do you have? You said myself. And I heard how tired you sounded when you said it. Baby, being independent sounds cute until independent means there's nobody to hand the fucking baton to.
You know what he says that? He said, I chose to be a single mom. I'm like, bro, no, I didn't. I wish, like, he said that's why he doesn't do that. Oh, you chose, this was single mamas go through. They don't get help. I'm like, what? It's so weird. That's another.
But why do you keep, if you know that he's like that, why do you keep hurting yourself going back to him, even to have that conversation? Why do you entertain that?
And I didn't. Only how we talked the other day, because we need to use his address, his aunt's address for this school. But I even called and asked him because it's everything is pointless. But that's my whole issue. Is like, these people are weird, but they'll call me, but I'm not available. I took my tape off last year, so.
So this is what I want to say too. Just to that comment, you do understand that he knows that he can hurt your feelings. And so every chance that he get, he's going to do that. You understand what I'm saying? Because what does back and forth with him accomplish other than hurting your feelings?
Nothing. That's why I try not to this point.
So from now on, let's do some communication rule. From now on, before you contact him, I want you to write down, what do I need from this conversation? One sentence. For instance, you said, I need my auntie's address for school. That's it. So if he starts, well, you wanted to be single, you go back to, I'm contacting you about the school address. That's what happens to single mothers. Do you have the address? Is it okay if I use it? Well, you did this and you did that. I'm only discussing the address. He keep talking, you end the conversation. You don't have to attend every argument that you're invited to. Because your goal cannot be, I'm never going to need anything from him again, because y'all share a child. And there may be a legitimate reason you have to communicate. The goal is you can communicate with him without giving him emotional access to you. Because that's that muscle I want you to build. You even said, I hate that I even called and asked him. Well, don't do that to yourself either. Needing something doesn't make you weak. And asking the other parent for something involving your child doesn't make you stupid. What hurts is that every single request seems to come with an emotional fucking surcharge. You ask for one thing and somehow you have to pay it by listening to his criticism or his slick ass comments. That's the part that you got to stop. Because you're not paying that surcharge anymore. You got to stop that. Because when he starts saying those things, why you don't hang up?
And that's what's messing me up, because it's like, I don't know.
All right, so let me ask you this. What keeps you participating once the conversation stops being about your daughter?
Because I don't understand why it's switched.
You don't understand why it switched?
Well,
For him?
I don't get, like, if he'll switch it, and he'll switch it at the, like, we could be talking about our baby, he'll switch it about some weird stuff about us. And I'm like, wow.
Because listen, and DL men are very confused creatures. Why are you trying to rationalize with a man that can't even be honest with himself? So if he's not honest with himself, why you keep assuming that you're going to get something out of him? He don't even give it to himself. See, you need to learn how to stop arguing your case with the man who's already decided what the verdict is. If he DL, that nigga want his cake and eat it too. And he don't give a fuck who he lied to. He lied to that woman, he lied to that man. And if he wants to believe you choose a single mother life, only a nigga that like dick say stuff like that. Let him believe that shit. You know what happened. He know what happened. And your daughter is watching what everybody does. You don't need his agreement with your version of history before you can move forward. Handle your business. Protect your peace. And get the fuck off the phone with him. Every conversation with him does not deserve access to your emotions that you keep choosing to give him. Why would you want somebody that's confused about themselves? He ain't gonna be confused about you.
Man, and that's the, I don't even.
You said, why does he switch? I don't fucking know why he switches. That's exactly my point. You keep trying to understand the psychology of somebody who has already showed you that conversations with him don't stay where they're supposed to stay. You call about your daughter, 5 minutes later, he talking about your relationship. You call about school, now you talking about, will you a single mother? You call about an address, and now he talking about you did something wrong 10 years ago. That's a pattern. I don't need to know whether it's jealousy, control, resentment, insecurity. I don't need to know that. You've already gathered all the information. The question isn't, why does he switch? My question to you is, why do you switch with him? Because if he takes the conversation from your daughter to your marriage, you follow his ass right on over there. And that's what you need to stop doing. He switches the subject. You don't switch with him. We're talking about your daughter. He's talking about you being a single mother. We're talking about our daughter. He's talking about the relationship. I'm not discussing our relationship. He started talking about yourself. Whatever. This don't have nothing to do with what he called about. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Click. Baby, a boundary isn't getting somebody else to stop doing something. A boundary tells you what you're going to do when they do it. That's where I think you're getting stuck. You're waiting for him to communicate differently. Fuck waiting. You communicate differently. You got to stop making understanding him a prerequisite for releasing him. You may never understand why this man does half the stuff he do. He don't understand it. That's why he a DL, because he lied. And this the thing, you don't need to. Sometimes the answer to why does he do this is I don't know, but I know what happens when he does. That's enough information for you to create a boundary. You're giving all of it away. You're giving your energy away. He ain't taking shit that you ain't giving. For the next 30 days, when you communicate with this man, I want you to use something I'm calling one subject. If you contacted him about your daughter, that's the subject. Don't defend the past. Don't explain nothing. Don't discuss his relationship. Don't argue who's responsible for the breakup. Don't discuss who's jealous. One fucking subject. And when he moves away from it, you bring it back to it once. If he refuses, you end the conversation. Because, baby, listen to me. You don't have to win every argument with him to win your peace. Let that man believe whatever the fuck he wants to believe about you. He can think you're wrong. That's okay. He can think you chose this. That's okay too. He can think he's the victim. That's okay. He can rewrite the whole damn Lifetime movie in his head. That's okay. But you don't have to audition for the role of an innocent woman in his version of his story. You know what happened. Your responsibility now is your daughter, your CDL, your stability, your future. I can tell you don't have boundaries with anybody.
And you know, I do have boundaries. The issue is they cry.
So what if they cry? So you are not responsible of regulating somebody else's emotion. You're not responsible for that. No, you're not.
That's my issue. Like my whole like, oh, you mean, and I'm not even mean. Like I literally say yes to everybody. That's why I don't eat. And I feel like they prey on that too.
But that's still your fault because you are choosing to participate in those relationships as well. Where do you take accountability and responsibility for you? You can't change them. You can change yourself. That's your fault. And that's what I need you to understand. You keep saying people, you say people play on the fact I'm nice. I say yes to everybody. Okay. But at some point, that's no longer just information about them. That's information about you. Because once you recognize your own fucking pattern and you continue to keep participating in it, we have to talk about your choices too. And I'm not saying you're responsible for somebody else taking advantage of you. I'm saying you're responsible for what you do after you recognize that somebody is taking advantage of you. That's where your accountability begins. You said, what if they cry? Let them fucking cry. Crying is not an emergency. Disappointment is not an emergency. Somebody mad at you, that's not an emergency. Somebody thinking you mean, that's not an emergency. Another adult experiencing an uncomfortable emotion does not automatically create an obligation for you to fix it. Somebody asks you for something, you can say, no, I can't do that. Okay, they get upset. Your old pattern would tell you, oh God, they're upset. Let me explain. Let me compromise. Let me figure this out. Maybe I can do a little bit. I don't want them thinking I'm mean. No, your new response is, I understand you're disappointed. My answer is still no. And that's it.
And it's only like that with my immediate family. Anybody else, I can be stiff with, but
even if it's your immediate family, baby, you can still have boundaries.
And like I said, I took my cape off last year, so I've been getting better with my boundaries. But it's still there though.
Well, that just means you got some more work to do.
Yeah, right.
That just means you have more work to do.
My younger self, I used to be stiff. Like with him, I didn't care. But now I'm getting older and trying to,
Well, let's end this here. Look at everything you've told me tonight. You said your child's father, your sister, your family, taking care of other people's children, helping people financially, saying yes, carrying everything yourself, and then finally you get so exhausted. You're like, I don't have anybody. Well, we found something. You've been so busy being everybody else's support system that you haven't required enough reciprocity to build one for yourself. And accountability doesn't mean everything that happened to me is my fault. No, it just means that now I see a pattern. What am I going to do different? Because that's where your power is.
You are very correct.
So keep applying for local jobs. Right now, you can't go over the road. That's a fact. And I want you to hear the difference. Accountability does not mean my sister's behavior was my fault. My child's father behavior was my fault. People mistreating me is my fault. None of that says that. I just want you to recognize what's happening. And I want you to choose differently for yourself. You said you took your cape off good. But baby, taking the cape off don't mean you stop being Superwoman. Because you still are Superwoman. You might have hung that bitch up in the closet, but every once in a while, somebody call you in a crisis and you go grab that motherfucker again. You need to figure out why the fuck you keep putting that cape on. Is it guilt? What, somebody crying? So? Because just because you're capable of solving somebody else's problem, that don't mean that that's your assignment. Quit choosing these motherfucking projects and assignments that are not yours. I don't care who it is. Because if they can call you for everything that they want, and you say yes, you shouldn't have no problem leaving your 14-year-old daughter with none of them, right? Because they should have been the first option because you're the first option for them. And somebody said you can do dispatch. Maybe you need to look into alternative, things with your CDL that you can do.
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm definitely doing it too. I applied it. I forgot about dispatching, but I did like some bus driving, some school buses and stuff like that. So I agree. I'm definitely pivoting. I agree with you on everything.
And so you called me tonight because you wanted your child's father to help you. But after everything you told me, I think the bigger question is, how can you build a life where support actually exists for you? And and that's bigger than the man. Because even if he magically became the father of the year tomorrow, you're going to still need community, sweetheart. You're going to still need boundaries. You're going to still need reciprocal relationships. And you will still need to learn that everybody's emergency isn't yours. And you'll have to learn how to receive. So I'm not sending you away thinking you need to be stronger because strength ain't your problem. You've demonstrated enough strength. But I'm going to send you away with this. Okay? Who has earned enough access to you, beautiful? Who has reciprocated enough with you? Where are you over-functioning? Where are you rescuing? Where are you saying yes because you're afraid of somebody else's reaction? What would your life look like if you stopped being everybody's emergency contact and start building people around you that you can actually call in an emergency? Because that's your work. You say you're gonna take the cape off. This time, don't put that bitch back on no more. Burn it up. You know there's other jobs that you can get. You're just gonna have to do that until you can do something else. You've already succeeded. You went and you got it. That's a hard thing to get your CDL. Look at what you have accomplished. Get into your work. I don't know if you do spell work, but get into it.
Yeah. Cause shoot, that spell work got me this far. I need to step my game up with everything. My private business.
I'm gonna give you something that I want you to do. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna give you something I want you to do. It's very simple. All right. And this is going to be centered around your boundaries, your relief, your dependable support, releasing the need to rescue everybody. So it's nothing complicated. We're going to call it Take the Cape Off Candle Work. That's what we're going to call it. This is just for you. I want you to take one plain white candle, a glass of water, and a small piece of paper. 3 things. That's all you're going to need. 3 things. On that paper, you're going to write, I release responsibilities that do not belong to me. I am allowed to say no. And I'm allowed to receive help. And I welcome safe, dependable, and reciprocal support into my life. You're going to write that on that little piece of paper.
So you say the last part again after dependable?
Yeah, reciprocal support into my life.
Thank you.
So it's just 4 sentences. Is I release responsibilities that don't belong to me. I'm allowed to say no. I'm allowed to receive help. I welcome safe, dependable, reciprocal support in my life. You're going to put the paper underneath the candle and the glass of water beside it. And then you're going to say a prayer. It doesn't have to be verbatim, but something to the effect of, I return every burden that was never mine to carry. And you speaking to the candle, okay? Before you lighten it, you're speaking. You say, I return every burden that was never mine to carry. Light the candle. I release the need to rescue, to fix, to explain, to overextend myself. Talk to the flame. Talk directly to it. You can tell it something of the effect, may those who belong in my village come with willing hands and honest hearts and consistent actions. And I do not have to exhaust myself to prove my love. What belongs to me, I'll handle. What doesn't belong to me, I release. My no is protected. My no is protected. My yes is intentional. I receive support without guilt, so it is. Something like that.
That was a good one. Thank you.
You're going to let that candle burn a little bit every evening for 3 nights. I can't tell you. I can't tell you to let it. I can't tell you how to let it alone. You got to determine it yourself. But you gotta let it burn. You gotta do it for 3 nights. And at the end of the 3rd night, you're gonna tear the paper in half. You're gonna tear the paper in half. You're gonna throw one half away because that shows you throwing it away of release, and you're gonna burn the other half. So on the 3rd night, you're gonna tear the paper in half. You're gonna throw one away in the trash, and then you're gonna burn the other piece up. And then whatever shoes you wearing the next day, you're going to take whatever ash and you're going to rub it on the bottom of that motherfucking shoe. Because it is destroyed and walked on. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
I think that's a great place to start. I think you need life coaching too. Because I think you have much deeper issues. And you need to address those too, so that you can work on taking your energy back. Because it sounds like you've given it all away, so you can feel better. Because you are doing good, baby. You are right now. You understand? You're being a great mother right now. You just got to be a mother to yourself now too. I hope I've helped you.
Yeah, you definitely have. I'm very appreciative.
Well, I hope you reach out. I hope you book a conversation. I hope you allow me to help you even more and be an anchor for you. So I hope you allow that. And I thank you so much for sharing your story with me. I really do.
No problem. And I feel like me booking a conversation is where I kind of messed up at a while. I should have been had a conversation, but I ain't gonna beat myself up,
Baby, you didn't know. Stop punishing yourself for things that you're not aware of. Stop punishing yourself because you haven't been taught that muscle yet. Stop punishing yourself for stuff no one taught you. You got to stop looking at your life with these eyes and judging what you did in the past. All of that stuff had to happen for you to be here. Be a little bit more kinder to yourself. Be a little bit more gentle to yourself.
And that's what I don't do.
Yeah. So I would love for you to book a conversation or a life coaching session, and I help you. This is what I do. I love doing this. So again, thank you so much, Miss May from Dallas. Don't be a stranger, okay?
No, thank you.
You're welcome, baby. You have a good night. All right. We landed the plane. We landed the plane. We landed. It took us. She took us on a ride. She took us on a ride. But we landed. See, my husband told me, he said, you let them talk too long. No, I don't. No, I have to let them get comfortable. I know, but I was listening. I was listening. I was listening. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hey.
How can I help you tonight? Who am I speaking with?
This is D.
And D, where you calling from?
I'm calling from Central Texas.
Central Texas. Okay. And what's on your heart tonight?
Well, I have a friend that we've been friends for about 20 years. And I think she low-key homophobic. But she called me punk and stuff like that, and then she said I got big feet. So I mean that just kind of it be on my heart. So I think she
D, you get on my fucking nerves. Yo, this is my best friend. This is one of my best friends. Since I was fucking 20, I was 24, 25. What the fuck? get on my nerves.
I said, I need to lighten up the situation.
You get on my nerves, bitch. I'm like, I saw the name and I'm like, what is this?
Do I like tell everybody that she is? And she gonna have a real question? Like,
I know that. What you just called to lighten it up? You just called to make me laugh because you know you gonna make me laugh. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all something since he on here.
I ain't gonna hold you, but low key, I have a friend. I think she a little homophobic.
I am not homophobic. Boy, fuck you. So keep in mind, we used to keep. This is funny. I used to keep my sister weed in my house. I'm talking about like pounds. And me and Donnie worked at the hospital together. So I didn't know how to roll a blunt or a joint. So I would pinch off my sister's pounds. She didn't pay me to let it be in my house. She just kept it in my house. And that was my fee. I would pinch off of it and he would roll up joint after joint. And we would smoke up my sister's shit. And she would come and weigh it and be mad in the motherfucker. And we is high off her motherfucking supply. But let me tell you how we met at the hospital, right? And I saw him and I was like, oh, cool, right? And he saw me, but I don't remember how we started talking to each other. I just saw how everybody else was treating him. And I was like, oh, he seems to be a nice person, right? And I remember this girl that I was in nursing school with. This bitch gonna talk about, you go to the gay clubs. And I was like, this me, what's a gay club? And I was like, I'm not going to approach him like that. And we became friends and we would talk on the phone all his shift, all my shift. And after 2 weeks, he told me that he was in love with me. And I was like, well, how is that possible? Because we like the same thing. And he was like, no, I'm in love with your spirit. I'm in love. So he taught me that you can fall in love with a person in 2 weeks. And then he told me, he was like, are we going to be best friends or not? And I was like, well, I mean, look, he was like, I don't have time for this. I don't have time to invest in you. Are we gonna be best friends or not? And I was like, well, I guess we are. And all of these years later, we are still in each other's lives. And I love him very much.
Yes, and I love you very much too.
All right, D, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye, y'all.
Messy bitch. All right. Anybody else want to call tonight? Oh, I'm gonna make that my last call. We've been on here 2 hours. See, y'all, people do love me outside of being Magical Lady Duchess. So I enjoy if nobody else calls. We did 3 calls tonight. It's been 2 hours. We had Jessica, Ashley, and May. And we had D. What I want to say is this. It's okay for y'all to win. It's okay for y'all to win. Okay? And we're going to close Thursday talk out for tonight. And and I want to leave everybody with something, because even if you didn't call in tonight, I'll guarantee somebody heard themselves in one of these conversations. Okay? Not jam. Okay? So tonight we talked about relationships. We talked about family. We talked about motherhood. We talked about disappointment and loyalty and exhaustion and boundaries and what happens when you spend so much time being there for everybody else that one day you look around and realize, who the fuck is there for me? So I want you to remember, being needed is not the same thing as being loved. Being useful is not the same thing as being valued. And constantly rescuing people does not automatically mean you have healthy relationships with them. Some of y'all have been wearing that cape so damn long that you don't even remember who you are without it. You're the person everybody calls. You're the person everybody borrows from and they'll never pay back. You're the person everybody cry to. You're the person everybody expects to just figure it out. And then you need something. And everybody's motherfucking phone is on Do Not Disturb. Baby, that's information. Stop negotiating with what you already know. You cannot control whether somebody becomes a better parent. You cannot control whether your family finally learns to understand you. You cannot control whether somebody cries when you establish a boundary. You cannot control whether somebody call you selfish and because you finally said no. But you can control your participation. You can control your access. You can decide what you will carry, and you can decide what you finally putting the fuck down. Accountability doesn't mean everything that happened to you is your fault. Accountability says, well, now I see a pattern. What am I going to do differently? That's where the power comes back. And I want you to remember something else that we talked about tonight. You don't need harder boundaries. You need the boundaries you can maintain while somebody's unhappy with you. Let them be mad. Let them misunderstand you. You're not responsible for regulating every grown person's emotion around you. And please stop confusing being alone with being unsupported forever. See how I said that? Sometimes the village you were born into, it's not the village that's going to carry you into your next chapter. You may have to build your own. And that's okay too. But build it with people who reciprocate. Build it with people who show up. Build it with people whose actions match their mouths. Build it slowly enough that people have enough time to demonstrate really who they are. And stop giving these permanent positions in your life to temporary ass people. I want to thank every single person who called tonight. Thank you for trusting me with your stories. Thank you for being vulnerable enough to have these conversations publicly, because somebody listening needed to hear what you said. And you did have the courage to say it. And thank everybody for watching, for commenting, for liking, sharing, subscribing, and supporting Thursday Talk. And everybody who donated or who will donate, because a lot of you guys donated after the video, and I appreciate that. No matter what it is, thank you. Your support helps me to continue creating this space and doing this independently. And if you didn't call in tonight, baby, well, I'm still trying to figure out why you haven't called me yet. Why you ain't booked an appointment yet. You're sitting here every Thursday talking to the screen. Duchess, that's what I was saying. Okay, well, call. Get yourself on the waiting list. You can remain anonymous. You don't have to have everything figured out. I'm not going to tell people your phone number or nothing like that. Hell, that's probably why you need to call, because it's Thursday Talk. So remember, until we meet again, protect your peace. Don't use peace as an excuse to isolate yourself either. I don't know who that was from. Love people, but don't abandon yourself to do it. Help people, but stop rescuing people who refuse to help themselves. Give, but learn how to receive. Take the cape off. I love y'all. Thank y'all for spending Thursday night with me. I'll see y'all next Thursday. Good night, family. Ashe.